Yo, MotoGP fans, welcome back to another episode of MotoGP 23. We're heading for Catalonia in Spain and we are trailing by 3 points with Bastianini in the Riders' Championship. So we have a lot of work to do in Catalonia to make sure I'll finish in front of Bastianini to outscore him and take over the lead of the Riders' Championship. Luckily, we have a dry sprint race and a dry main race. It seems to be overcast, so not sure what we will have to expect. Free practice 1 has rain in it, but it will be dry later on. See you back at the results of qualifying.
The second MotoGP qualifying session also ends here. The graphic you see on the screen corresponds to riders' starting position on the grid.
So we have another pole position with a time of 1:40.7. A difference of 5/10 with Maverick Vinales, who is strong again on the Aprilia, and Bagnaia starting from P3 on the first row. Our teammate Jack Miller starts from P7. Let's head out for the sprint race. Bastianini starting from row number 2. We'll be starting from P5. I have to make sure I finish in front of him, outscoring him, to make sure I'll take the lead from him in the Riders' Championship. As we are ready for the Catalonia sprint race, we have an overcast here, 10 red lights, we rev the engine up, and we are on the way. We have a decent start, but look at the Ducatis and the Aprilias are all moving in front of us. There's a crash behind us, not sure what happened over there, but we're heading into turn number 1 and turn number 2 while we are in P5 battling with Marc Marquez, who's on the outside. Bagnaia had an excellent start, leading the race. I have to make sure won't go wide as I did just now. Lost the position to Espargaro. Well, I have to make sure I close the gap with the others and with Bagnaia, or else he will be checking out and he will be gone on the horizon. Marquez covering the inside line as he bumped into him. We go wide again. It's not a good first lap. Stuck behind Marquez, who's stuck behind Martin, but into Marquez as he goes very slow into turn 14 and now we just overtook Marquez and Martin with our straight line speed. They seem to be going very slowly here on the straight. Not sure what's wrong with them. But we just won a few positions on the straight line. Went from P6, I think it was, to P4, P3, battling with Vinales. Look at Oliveira all the way up to P2. Great job on the Aprilia satellite team. Now we are stuck behind Vinales. It's very difficult to overtake here in Barcelona. This is one of the potential overtaking spots here on the track, but our exit is really bad. So I'll have to be patient. Wait for my opportunity to overtake. Take the inside line on Vinales. It was a great move. Now we have the inside on Miguel Oliveira. That's two riders in one go, but look at the exit of them. They have a much better exit. But now we definitely take them over as we claim P2 on the straight, but they were very slow. I have 2 laps to close the gap with Bagnaia. Now we are in the final lap and we didn't manage to close the gap with Bagnaia as we got the track a bit. We have a track limit warning, our first one. But we didn't manage to close the gap with Bagnaia. He was just too fast. And we were too sloppy. Not finding the optimal grip on these medium front tires. Maybe the hard front tires were a better option, but we chose the medium ones and we will stick with P2, which is a good result. Bastianini is all the way down in P8, so that means we outscore him and we will take the lead in the Riders' Championship with 4 points as of now. Now we go wide. Every time it seems like we're getting closer to Bagnaia, we just force an error and the gap increases again. Getting into the final turn. And Bagnaia claims the sprint race win as we claim P2, which is excellent as well.
While the riders enjoy a well-deserved lap of honour, let's take a look at the final results of this race.
So Bagnaia wins the sprint race, we finish in P2 and Vinales finishes in P3. Nakagami has the fastest lap time of 1:40.3 and Bastianini finishing in P8. That means we overtake Bastianini in the Riders' Championship for the lead with 241 points against 237 points of Bastianini. Vinales is also very close to Bastianini. So the battle for the Riders' Championship has begun. Barcelona, very difficult track to overtake, as we just saw. Hopefully the main race will, I will do a lot better at the start. Let's head out for the main race. Okay, 10 red lights. We have another overcast weather here and we are off. We have a better start, it seems, than we had in the sprint race. Miller just braking way too early there. We have Bastianini on the inside and Bagnaia on the inside. Now we have the inside line, but Bagnaia takes a beautiful move through the outside of us. And we go a bit wide, letting Bastianini through. Luckily, we have 8 laps to make sure I finish in front of all of them. The sprint race was too short as Bastianini goes wide and we reclaim, or we take over P5. The sprint race was too short, but the main race maybe just enough to claim the win. But to claim the win, I'll first have to deal with other riders like Bagnaia, Oliveira, Vinales and Espargaro who are in front. We outbrake Bagnaia. We are on the inside of Oliveira. That was beautiful done. Very dangerous move, but beautiful executed. Overtook him on the curbs as we now have the inside line on Vinales, who's going very slow. And we claim P2 as we go wide in turn 14, which gives Vinales the opportunity to cut right back, but we have a better acceleration and we claim P2. Espargaro is going very slow on the straight here, just like in the sprint race. And as of now, we are leading the race as we get our first track limit warning, so I have to be careful. 6 more laps to go. Can't afford to gain a long lap penalty here. Espargaro still holding on as he bumps into us into turn 5. He's eagerly to win here in Spain, in Barcelona, as he did before. As it stays like this, if it stays like this, we will gain an advantage of 18 points over Bastianini. But like I said before, we still have a lot of laps to go. We're just finishing the second lap, heading into the third lap. And we still have 5.5 more laps remaining. So the gap is increasing. We are now up by 0.8 of a second. No, 1 second. They're clearly really slow on the main straight. Oh, as we go very, very wide. It will be another track limit warning, our second one. As we are in lap number 4. So I have to be careful here. The long lap penalty is a pain in the ass over here. To avoid that one. Gap is increasing, 1.5 at the moment. Getting much more confidence in the KTM factory bike. Heading into lap number 5. Gap is 2 seconds as of now. Hard braking for turn number 1. Oh, we're on the green. That's another track limit warning. That's our third one. And all of them were gained in the first 2 corners. So you have to be careful going into those corners as we go wide. Luckily we could stop the bike in time. We're heading into the final lap, into those final corners. Turn number 10, turn 11, and we are dominating here in Barcelona. We didn't win the sprint race, where Bagnaia was just too strong, but as of now, the main race, we are the stronger one. We scored an excellent amount of 25 points and we win the Spanish Grand Prix.
Will arrive for their well-deserved podium ceremony. In the meantime, let's take a look at the MotoGP race final results.
Morbidelli sets the fastest time, 1:40.4. But the most important thing is we win the main race, scoring an excellent 25 points. Bastianini finishing in P6, so he's really dropping down right as of now. And look at that, the difference is 19 points. We have an advantage of 90 points ahead of Bastianini in the Riders' Championship. So the battle for the Riders' Championship has begun.
Have just arrived on the podium for the trophy ceremony. We've seen a very exciting race, and these riders deserve all the love from the fans.
Spargro again on the podium. Bagnaia finishing in P3. So great result with the factory KTM. Winning the Barcelona GP. Can't wait to start my MotoGP career in MotoGP 24, where I really want to be the teammate of Colin Fire in the Moto3. We have a new challenge against Bastianini again. I guess it will be a one-time challenge. The latest races have demonstrated that Philippus is able to fight for the positions that count. Another good result against Bastianini will increase their reputation in the paddock. So I will have to defeat him in Misano to increase my reputation. Here you have it. We have an advantage of 90 points over Bastianini in the Riders' Championship. But there are a lot of rounds still coming up. We have, I guess it was 11 rounds to go, with India one of them, where I'm very bad. So I'm not expecting to score any points over there. But yeah. Changing the color of my number to yellowish, which is much better on the bike. Look at the statistics, and our last 4 races have been a blast, scoring a lot of points. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and see you next time in Misano.